Welcome to the Let's Play of Bully Scholarship Edition for the PC. Well, I have decided for this Let's Play series that I'm going to make a quick little review for everybody who wants a nice little intro into this game about what I think of it and why you should watch this series. Anyway, after this video, I'm going to go with a commentator list playthrough so that you can just enjoy the game, see how it plays, see what goes into it, how much fun it is, and then you can kind of decide whether you want to actually buy this game or not. I personally would suggest to just after even seeing this to go out and get it and enjoy it for yourself, but you know, it's okay enough to just watch through the series, or if you don't want to buy it or you just are curious about what it is. Anyway, for those who have played the original Bully on the PS2, this is very much the same thing. It's got some extras, mainly 4 new classes, teachers associated with each of them, although a couple of the teachers have shown up in other parts of it, like for instance Hattrick, who is the math teacher, actually was in the original Bully. He had a much lesser part in the fact that he himself was just bullying one of the teachers over the English teacher being a drunk. But anyway, this game is a lot of fun. It's got a lot of stuff to explore and do because this is a sandbox game. I believe the engine used for this was actually used for one of the Grand Theft Auto games. I'm not really positive about that. It's quite possible. It's a beautiful game. At least in my opinion, it's a really beautiful game. It's got a great storyline. This is, considering most of Rockstar's games tend to be a little adult oriented, this one's a little better, and it's not as adult, but it still deals with a really great issue, and that's bullying. I really liked this game. You know, I think we've all dealt with bullies, but this is a game where you would think based off the title that this is about a kid who is a bully, and in fact that's not exactly what this is about. As you'll see throughout the rest of the story, Jimmy Hopkins is something of a different kind of character. Even from the very start you get that sense. He may be a bad guy, but you know, he's got a golden heart underneath all of that. And I think that's really kind of a nice thing to really see in this game, is a character who has a lot of depth to him. At least I feel he has a lot of depth to him. Now there are probably other people out who will say, oh well, he's so flat, but you know, it's a matter of opinion. I think as somebody who has been into writing and has done a lot of creative writing, that to me this is a very well fleshed out character. In fact, I think a lot of the characters in it, although they do have a lot of stereotypical personalities to themselves, that they do tend to be very interesting and very open characters. It's a really great game, I think, in the end. It's got a lot of the same controls in the PC version as the old PS2 version, so if you play the game, you probably have played almost all of this before, and you know exactly what it is. For those of you who don't, it's got a lot of mini games, a lot of unlockables. Like I said, there's a lot of fun things to do, which some of them are really bad and devious, and other parts of them are just really nice and kind. You don't want to be too bad in this game, because if you are way too bad, one of the things that will happen is you'll get kicked out of school, which will automatically end the game. But there is some great things to get if you actually make it to where just within the points that you'd get kicked out and are really good after that. Not to mention you get some unlockables too, but I can't remember exactly what they were. One of the other nice things about this is as you play through the game and you go through the storyline, you accumulate stuff in your room. So your room starts out as this really kind of bare bones, kind of boring, just like any other room kind of room. And as you play through, you get little trophies and stuff around the room. You get new outfits, so you can actually dress your character in something kind of more like what you want. There are a lot of new outfits in this compared to the original Bully. I like a lot of the new outfits. They're kind of really fun and crazy, but they really fit in with Bully, and they're another part of that whole being in school. This game really is like being in high school again, and that's kind of one of the things I really like about it. I also like the fact that you can be as bad as you want to be, or you can be as good as you want to be, but you have to at least stop yourself from being a complete jerk, because that's going to cause you to lose the game. And in fact, that's the only way you can actually lose the game, is from being a really bad apple. Anyway, I think that's a really good commentary for now. As you see and watch through this playthrough, you're going to see a lot of things come through. I'll show you different outfits and stuff. Feel free to leave any kind of comments or questions you want, and if I get enough questions and comments, I may do a Q&A video on this series for all of you, to give you a couple of thoughts and feelings even that I've had on this. Also, before I shut this video off, I'm going to tell you just a little bit about my own background. I've been a gamer since I was very little, and not only that, I've been a programmer since I was very little. In fact, I wrote my first game program when I was just 5 years old. I've been very interested my whole life in game design, so I have a very unique perspective on a lot of these games. In fact, even the games that I choose to play, I have a very unique perspective on which ones I like and which ones I don't. Unfortunately, I don't really like a lot of games, so there might not be a lot of other Let's Plays. But we'll see, because I have a lot of varying different ones that I like. Everything from role-playing games to, there's a couple FPSs that I like. I love some strategy. I have a really varied mix of games that I like to play. Anyway, just hope you really enjoy this series, and I hope you watch the next one so you can actually see a little gameplay. Okay? Well, I'll see you then.